Hi, everybody. My name is Cheryl. I am the host for the Time for Mom podcast and devotions. I just wanted to do a quick video as to welcome the first Time, Faith, and Motherhood coffee chat. I'm super excited to be instituting this. The point of this monthly chat is simply mentorship because becoming a mom is hard and it can be very, very lonely. There are so many questions, and some people don't have anyone to ask. That is what this is for. This is a safe space for moms to come, ask questions, have them answered. It may change over time. I'm experimenting with the Substack Lives. We'll see whether we keep it or not. I honestly don't know. It might be something different next month, but we're going to keep going. So today I wanted to just have a quick subject because I didn't have anybody submit a question, which is fine. The thing that has been on my heart for this next month is rest, because rest is really important, but also very, very difficult, especially as a mom, because you are trying to keep people alive. You've got little kids, you might have a husband, maybe they all depend on you. It varies. But rest is still very, very important. It was very important to God, and that should make it automatically important to us. But how do you rest as a mother? March episodes for the Time for Mom podcast are going to explore that deeply. I hope. We'll see. I haven't written them all. And we'll see how many of the Monday devotions focus on that. But if you do have any questions in the meantime, please, by all means, message me, email me, hit me up on the Substack chat, whatever you need to do. And we'll see and we'll try to go a little deeper in those topics. So, how do you rest in motherhood? Like I said, it's hard, but everything in life, it starts with a choice. You have to choose to rest. For me personally, I find it very difficult to stop doing things. When I was dating my husband, had a long distance relationship. So I was always cleaning, organizing, or coloring. And the sound of colored pencil on paper drove him nuts. But we survived it and we're still married. So, but even today, was it 12 years later from meeting him and getting married and having kids, I still struggle with just not doing anything, just being. And I think that's a struggle that a lot of people, mom or not, do have because we tend to wrap ourselves around productivity. We tend to wrap our identity around productivity, our worth around productivity. Our house is clean enough? Are the carpets clean? I mean, if you're a mom, your carpet's probably not clean. I've got glitter and dog hair and me hair and my girl's hair. It's everywhere. Carpets are just never clean. But anyway, there's always meals to cook, always laundry to do, always dishes to clean. But when you do need to rest, there are things that you can let go. You don't have to do all of the dishes. You could do just the ones that you need for those meals. You could eat leftovers. If you're financially able, you can order out or do a DoorDash. But the other thing is how do you need to rest? As something that has been very much on my heart because there's different kinds of rest. There's physical rest, mental rest, and spiritual rest. And they are all very, very important and they are addressed in different ways. So for me, physical rest can be something I have to be very aware of because I start to have physical things pop up that I need to that I have physical things that pop up that tell me that I need to go back to bed or I need to take a nap. But there's also mental rest. Being a mom is exhausting because you're not only making decisions for you, you're making decisions for one, two, three, some 6, 8, 12 kids. You might be a mom with 12 kids. That's great. Good for you. I couldn't do that. It takes all kinds to be mothers. We're a diverse group. But sometimes mental rest is necessary. And how do you do mental rest? You need to find something that refills you mentally. For me, creativity. I sew. I need to do something that cannot be undone by my children in half a second. So I sew. That's something that gives me mental rest without having to escape motherhood. If my husband can take the kids away, great. I truly do enjoy that, but that's not always possible. How do you get spiritual rest? This one can be a little more tricky. Making sure you have time with God consistently is hugely important because our health, our physical and mental and spiritual health, obviously, it builds on the time we spend with God. So we need to make sure we take that time with God, whether we're on vacation or not. But the other thing is creating a peaceful space of worship music or listening to the Bible or being with people who refill you, that you can have those conversations with. We have some friends that will do game nights, and those are so refreshing physically, mentally. Well, not always physically, sometimes they're pretty late, but they're very refreshing mentally and spiritually because we are on the same level. We like each other, we all get along, and it provides community. And community is hugely important. And that's also part of what this coffee chat is supposed to be for. Although if it is 2 p.m. at your time, you probably should not be drinking coffee if you want to have sleep tonight. Maybe that's just me, the over 30 threshold. But anyway, I'm going to keep it short today, but I just wanted to touch on rest. If you have any questions, please, by all means, email me, chat, whatever. My information is on my podcast, bit.ly/time for mom podcast, or here on Substack. Until next month, I just pray that you guys find ways to rest. Bye.